Right, so here we go. This is my review of Elementary OS 0.4.1 Loki. Unfortunately, I tried this in a virtual machine first, as you may have seen from my last blog post about this, and it just didn't work. It ran really badly, so I had this running off an external hard drive, and it booted pretty quickly actually, but I haven't used it in a long time, so first thing we're going to have to do is updates. Here we go. Actually, you know, it looks quite a lot like the App Store in OS X, which I guess is probably what they're going for. But this seems to be installing really fast, even though it's on a hard drive, which is good. Yeah, so I found on my actual system it runs a lot faster, and in general it just performs better. It's very nice. It looks a lot like macOS. I like the default background here. While it's doing the updates, I'll show you what the applications menu looks like. So, you know, they don't have this on OS X, and you might be thinking this looks a lot like GNOME 3, but it actually isn't. It's called Pantheon instead. It's based on GTK and GNOME, but it isn't, but it's interesting. The App Center, though, is reminiscent, I guess, of the App Store, but simpler and a bit faster. One thing I have noticed, I haven't changed any of the settings on this, is if I put something full screen, the dock disappears at the bottom. But like on OS X, you push down and you bring it back up like this. So, come on, has it not finished updating yet? Surely it has. Nope, it hasn't. Okay, I'm going to have to wait for it to do that, probably before I show you anything else. Anything else much at least, so in the meantime, have a look at the backgrounds, which I can't do by right-clicking the desktop. I knew that. How do I do that? This looks quite a lot like the settings on OS X as well. Presumably, here we go. They're all quite nice. Let's try that one. How do I? Oh, I'm so not used to this. Yeah, I like that one. I'll stick with that one. Finally. Okay. And dock. Okay, so you can force it to be shown at all times. Change the icon size. Pressure reveal. I don't know what that is, I'll just leave it. And the hot corners thing. Yeah, I use this on my normal system, which is Linux Mint Cinnamon. So some of the features are the same. Yeah, but as you can see, this is Elementary OS 0.4.1 based on Ubuntu 16.4. Okay, right, so other things I wanted to show you were default software selection, because obviously this is Linux, so you can put whatever you want in it, but it has Epiphany, a camera application, if you have a camera. I don't. Mail, I don't know what client this is. I'm not gonna give it my email. A photo. You know, it doesn't have very much stuff on it actually. That's interesting. File manager. Looks a lot like Finder, but it has a back button. Oh no. Oh no, it has a back button. It doesn't have an up one level button, which means it has exactly the same problem Finder has. Typical. But it does look nice. The browser I opened up before so I could install the screen recorder. Sorry. I found it looks quite a lot like Safari, and I've used it before on Raspberry Pi, I think. Looks quite nice. I really don't like that this stuff isn't on by default. But I'm not actually going to use this as like a daily driver thing, but it would be nice if they would, you know, make stuff at least slightly privacy oriented. Oh, I just saw something. So like OS X, you can have it open downloaded files immediately. Does it have other themes? Guess that would be in system settings. I'm used to everything being a separate application. Doesn't seem to be how this works though. Maybe it doesn't. Not obvious. Scratch. I've never used that before. Right. What's next? Well, I did want to show you the installer, but I have Windows 10 and Mint 18 as well, so if I was going to do that, it wouldn't be the way you'd probably install it. So I didn't want to do that this time round, but what I'll probably do is after this video I'll install it in a virtual machine to show you how it works, but it's pretty easy. Works like the standard Ubuntu installer. So what we got left to look at? Well, I was going to show you the alternate themes you can have, but it doesn't really seem like it has any, which is a shame. What's this? Oh, it's the App Center. Photos. I don't have any. Yeah, this looks like, is it called iPhoto? But yeah, in general, this looks a lot like OS X. It's quite nice. I mean, I quite like OS X. I quite like the way it works. It seems very slick, and the theme is nice. It's like similar to OS X and nice and clean, and generally like all this stuff is quite fast. But you still have the terminal if you want it, which is nice. What's this? Multitasking view. Ah. Okay, I was hoping I'd have something more to say here, but I'm not sure that I do. But I do have a review of Solaris, and also I'm probably going to do OpenBSD soon and put a desktop environment on it, see how similar it is to Linux. I've never tried that before. But that's it for now.